I've been thinking about how we consume a lot of self improvement videos these days. And while I believe that these pieces of content are extremely helpful, I also believe that they could be abused like every other good thing in life. I have, maybe like you, been a victim of the constant feasting on self improvement videos from this to another to another to another, week in week out, and playing these videos while I'm not even paying attention. Like I'm in the bathroom and I'm playing a video about some family pattern or whatever, and healing from this trauma and that trauma, and I just keep consuming and consuming, and it feels good to consume content that feels like you are actually working on the problem, because our brain naturally interprets the fact that we are making efforts to mean that we are actually doing the thing, when in reality we are actually not making any progress. We are just loading up on knowledge and information overload. First of all, if everything I'm saying is already something you know, just log off this video right now, because you don't want to be doing exactly what I'm talking against. So after some time, I came to realize from a video that I had been consuming too much knowledge and information regarding things that I wanted to work on, that I needed to work on, and not actually taking the steps to work on these things. And it was the moment that that light bulb went off in my mind that I realized, look, Steven, you actually have to start working for real. And that was when I decided to do one thing that I think would be helpful, which is to narrow down your development research or development techniques or development process. So, in self development, usually what you see, all the videos you see, including these ones, will be videos that cater to a generic audience. So, nobody can know exactly what it is you are facing or passing through specifically. We can only assume and generalize based on precedents, based on past experiences of the speaker and whatnot. So it would be helpful, and I believe the one most important thing is that you discover from the generic self help videos which particular areas that you specifically need to work on. And the moment that you discover those particular areas, then you can now begin to narrow down and consume content, read books that deal with that specific area. For example, I discovered that because I'm a very multi talented person, I tend to have my interest in so many places, and I tend to want to explore all of those interests at the same time. But from research and from learning, I discovered you cannot attain mastery in any field if you are spread too thin across a plethora of fields. And so I decided to focus specifically on music, and also as inspired by God. And in all of this, I am now consuming content related to the guitar practice, because I'm currently learning to play the guitar. So this is an example of how you can take all the generic stuff that you see online and apply it specifically to your condition or your situation. So I think that rather than just playing and watching and listening and watching, there's something that there's so much repetition out there. Everything that you want to hear in the next self-help video, you already know it. I can assure you, because I've been like that. However, one other thing that would help, I think, would be to, after every video, sit down and ask yourself conscious, evaluating kind of questions, self evaluating kind of questions, like, okay, how does this apply to me? Have I heard this before? How have I worked on what I heard before in relation to this till now? Am I a changed person? Is there some more change that I could achieve, and how can I achieve such change? So That's conscious self-reflection after every piece of content you consume that is related to self-development or self-help would help you realize whether or not you are just going down a spiral of consumption as opposed to action and decision making that would move you forward. So I hope this helps and see you in the next video. Kisses.